So everybody, I'm doing a lecture on stress, and I'm very thankful that you guys decided to come and join me. So we're just going to talk about stress, something that none of us know anything about, right? Okay. The objective of this lecture is for you to understand and recognize what stress is, personal triggers, and the effect it physiologically has on the body. By the end of this course, you will be able to recognize where your stress may be coming from, if you have any, not really, right? The role stress can physiologically play on the body, and ways to manage stress, and the importance of doing so. So what is stress? Stress is defined as a situation, occurrence, or factor causing physical, mental, or emotional strain or tension. Do y'all have stress? Don't answer that. Although stress is different for everyone and the effects of stress vary from person to person, the physiological role of stress is catastrophic to the body. It can have a bigger toll on your body than you could ever imagine. So, some top 10 stressful life events are spouse death, divorce, marriage separation, jail term, death of a close relative, injury or illness, marriage, fired from a job, marriage reconciliation, and the one thing I think a couple of you are going for, retirement. So, with stress comes the flight or fight. So when we stress, no matter what the stressor may be, the body automatically prepares to handle the emergency, which is called the fight or flight response. This is the body's way of mobilizing to the attack, fleeing from the harmful situation. Some physiological reactions are that can be caused from stress are headaches, neck or back pain, dizziness, rashes. Just from these little things, I'm thinking I'm almost dead from stress. Sweating, ringing or buzzing in the ears, swallowing problems. It's just it goes on and on. The list goes on and on. For men and women, it can be low libido or problems with sexual performance, weight gain or loss. Living with stress can cause heart disease, autoimmune disorders, skin disorders, digestive problems, and chronic pain. So I have a little video right here that we're just going to look at.
In a busy world with unending work and responsibilities piling up, stress can get to the best of us. But how bad is it for you, really? Can stress actually kill you? From a biological perspective, stress makes perfect sense. If you're about to get chomped on by a bear, your stress hormones better kick your butt into gear. But it turns out that your mortgage, unemployment, and looming exam all trigger the same stress response in your body. And unlike most animals, which eventually experience a major decrease in these hormones, humans can't seem to find the off switch. Even though it's not life and death, our psychological woes consistently bathe our bodies in these hormones, making our heart pound, muscles tense, and stomach turn. In Japan, they have the term karoshi, which literally translates to death from overwork. In what is now deemed an overworking epidemic, these individuals who are seemingly healthy and in their prime suddenly die. After being officially recognized and documented in Japan, these sudden heart attacks and strokes were quickly linked to stress. But how does stress cause this? Cortisol is one of the main stress hormones, which helps divert energy to where you need it and away from non-essential functions of the body. But with chronic stress exposure, problems arise. The immune system shuts down, inflammation is inhibited, white blood cells are reduced, and susceptibility to disease increases. Some evidence also suggests that prolonged stress may be involved in the development of cancer. When looking at the arteries of macaque monkeys, those under significant stress have more clogged arteries. This prevents blood from getting to the heart quickly during stress and can ultimately lead to heart attacks. The brain also takes a toll. When looking at mice exposed to stress, we see dramatically smaller brain cells with fewer branch extensions than normal mice. This is particularly prevalent in the areas associated with memory and learning, which may stir up some memories for you of those wonderful all-night study sessions. The acute stress and sleep deprivation can make it increasingly difficult to remember the things we want to. Perhaps the most telling story is in our DNA. We contain something called telomeres at the end of our chromosomes, which decrease in size with our age. Our video on aging here explains this process. Eventually, the telomeres run out, at which point the cell stops duplicating and dies. So telomeres are directly related to aging and length of life. And it turns out, stress may actually accelerate the shortening of these telomeres. But not all hope is lost for the perpetually stressed. Another hormone, oxytocin, has been shown to reduce this stress response. It helps your blood vessels relax and even regenerates the heart from stress-related damage. So how do we get more oxytocin? It's sometimes dubbed the cuddle hormone because it's released during positive social interactions and while caring for others. People who spend more time with others create a buffer or resilience to stress. So when life gets the best of you, just remember, you don't have to go it alone. Spend some time with those you love. It may just save your life. Got a burning question you want answered? Ask it in the comments or on Facebook and Twitter. And if you...
Alright, so that was just discussing some of the things that can happen to your body when you do stress. So the physiological reactions, the smallest things can get to us and cause us to stress. Since our bodies can't distinguish the difference between small issues like stress over an exam or being chased by an animal, and physiological reactions of stress, the physiological reactions of stress are the same. So I'm pretty sure you can imagine what your body is going through when these types of stress are going on. And for me, my large stress is that exam right there. So, due to widespread damage stress can cause, it is important to know your own limit. Some people roll with the punches, while others crumble at the slightest obstacles of frustration. Some people even seem to thrive on the excitement of challenges of high stress. Your ability to tolerate stress depends on many factors, including the quality of your relationship, your general outlook on life, your emotional intelligence, and your genetics. So, some common external causes of stress. Not all stress is caused by external factors. Stress can also be self-generated with major life changes, work, relationship difficulties, financial problems, being too busy, and children and family. Common internal causes of stress. Not all stress is caused by external factors. Stress can also be self-generated with a negative attitude, inability to accept uncertainty, pessimism, negative self-talk, unrealistic expectations, perfectionism, and lack of assertiveness. Stress is truly a silent killer and can play havoc with your health, worsening or causing a host of physical ailments. In 2007, a survey was conducted by the APA and found that 1/3 of Americans are suffering from extreme stress. 77% of those surveyed reported experiencing physical symptoms related to stress. So that's, what's stressful to you? Don't answer that, just think about it. How to manage stress. We all kind of know ways that we can manage stress, but it's about taking charge of your thoughts, your emotions, your schedule, your environment, and the ways to deal with problems. Stress management involves changing the stressful situation when you can, and changing your reaction when you can. Taking care of yourself and making time for rest and relaxation, working out, having fun. So this last video is the end of my lecture, and it's something that I need for you guys to really look at and pay attention to, because this will help you. I don't want you to end up like the person in this video. This probably will be me more than you guys, though. Sorry, here it comes. Okay. just learning how to control your stress can help you from acting like that at work. So that is the end of my little presentation. Thank you all for participating.